gotten into places underage myself, of course. You know, that was the thing. You were young, you sneaking in, you getting in. So, I mean, things could have happened. I don't know. I hope not. You know, I pray not. You know, I got a story, exclusive story. I got a music friend, childhood friend, producer Eric Hudson. I remember when Eric first, Grammy Award-winning producer Eric Hudson, he's got the new Chris Brown record too. He produced the new Chris Brown record with Black Tuxedo Residuals. He's amazing. Eric is a genius, a child prodigy early on. Eric is getting his publishing deal at the time. I believe Nova Perry was his attorney, and it may have been at that point that Jaha Johnson was managing Eric Hudson. I don't know.
Okay.
It was Ken Joseph, Jaha Johnson, or,
shout out to Jaha.
or
shout out.
Kedar Massenberg.
Okay.
Kedar was the first black president of Motown, before Motown Universal, before Ethiopia, right?
Okay.
So this is New York. You know, Kedar manages Joe. You know, Eric was working with Joe. He also the label also had House Algebra. She was from Atlanta. You know, so I remember all of these times. So we're in New York. We're at Cipriani's. I believe we may have been with KP.
Okay, shout out to KP. We in Atlanta.
I believe Kawan Parther was managing E at one time too. I remember that. But we went out to eat, and this was just like my guy. That his first of all, his father wrote "Holiday" for Madonna, and that was just like crazy, right? And you know, my childhood friend of listening to his music every single day. He was incredible. His album, he was songwriter. He would do everything. And in like the 6th or 7th grade, one of our neighbors to the city was KG from Naughty by Nature. I went and knocked on KG's door and said, "Hey, I got this young kid," because I'm 3 years older than he. I got this young kid that's freaking incredible. He's a producer. You gotta hear him, right?
Right.
So I saw and witnessed all of this from the ground up. You know, he's working with everybody. He finally gets a few singles, Omarion, Flashing Lights, Kanye. And he's taking meetings, and it allots us this lifestyle, a lot of him, and he gave a lot of that light to me and showed me so many things.
Dope.
And one of the things was we're at Cipriani's, New York. This is a moment, right? I gotta paint this right. It's a moment.
Paint it. Let's go.
You know, my man is getting on.
Okay. Okay.
You know, he signed like a $1.5 million admin publishing deal years ago. So it's like he's super young, fresh 18. He's on, you know, he's on. He's in the studio. Mary J. Blige is coming to the Hit Factory in New York, you know, the old Sony Hit Factory and Sony Studios, all of that, to see him. You know, I remember these moments. We're out to eat, Cipriani's. We see one car pull up, and security hops out. Big ass security hops out. Cipriani's, New York. It's a scene. It's a movie night. You know, it's a movie. You know, the lights out. Everybody's rich is out. You know, it's packed in there. We're standing up. You know, and we see a car pull up, and I mean, pulls up like a movie. Fast pulls up. It's a Maybach, right? One Maybach, and then security's outside.
Okay.
Big security. We like, what the? Everybody's looking outside, like, It's got the whole Soho movie feel, mafioso feel. We in New York, you know, we like, yo. And then another car pulls up, and that's a Rolls Royce. So security gets out of there. We like, yo, who the hell is this? Get out. And so the doors open. Jay-Z pops out. The other car, Puff, pops out.
Oh.
And me and E are like, yo, what is going on right now? What's going on? What's going on right now?
It's the right night.
You know, and if you ever seen Jay-Z, he's tall, you know, in person. I mean, it's Jay. You know, he flies over Jay-Z. Nigga Jay-Z, nigga back, you know what I'm saying? Puff is Puff. Security, or it's a movie outside. They come walking into Cipriani's. Walk right up to us, dap up E and his attorney and different ones like that. And, you know, they probably had a meeting going on.
Right.
But it's like you're seeing them walk through this crowded room, and everybody's rich in there, and they just bumping into each other.
As fuck.
Like, listen, it's a movie. You know, so I say that to say, seeing that and seeing how humble they were. You know, I met Puff. I've met, you know, Jay. They humble guys, you know. I think a lot of people have met them. You know, I don't know, man. You know, I'm just praying for the whole thing, praying for the victims, and listen, get out of that. You know, for the new rappers and artists, stay low. You know, peace. You know, get the book.